Spartan pride. You see it everywhere. Everyone wants to wear their blue and gold. But what if those garments represented something entirely different? In this documentary, we will spotlight a group of students who are taking on the fight to keep San Jose State apparel sweatshop free.
You want to work for negligence? You want to work for unfair pay? You want to work for these conditions? No.
The mistreatment of individuals working in the garment industry was first recognized as a social issue in the middle of the 1800s. Poverty was widespread among new immigrants who started working in the garment industry. Individuals who worked in them received little pay for how hard they worked. Physical and sexual abuse from employers as a scare tactic induced an increased production. These conditions are common in many sweatshops today.
Like, a lot of people don't really even know that sweatshops and SJSU apparel are even connected. Since we don't see it, we don't really care about it, out of sight, out of mind type of thing.
Continuing the fight that began in the early 1990s, students at San Jose State have joined the USAS team, the United Students Against Sweatshops, a grassroots organization demanding for their university apparel to not be made in a sweatshop.
Just basically fighting for human rights. I mean, it's just not right that these people are paid very little and work in harsh conditions to make our clothing. I mean, it's just not right.
The clothes that we put on our back itself is a burden because we're kind of connected in a way. I mean, everyone wears clothing, and I feel like that's just a way that we're connected with them. And I think that we should help those people who work 15 cents an hour to make these clothing that we buy for at least $20.
Getting the word out has been a challenging endeavor. Even though students are supportive, it's difficult to get the administration to share the same viewpoint.
I mean, our voice is heard because they respond to us, but do they make changes? No. I think that, to me, is something that I think is a problem with the system. That, they do react. They're going to be like, oh yeah, they'll try and pacify you, but, they're not going to really change anything unless it gets really, really bad.
The more student power there is, the more chance of the campaign being successful. I think that probably the scariest things for administration are educated students, and the more of them that there are that join together, like, the scarier that prospect probably is for them. So I think that they know that we can make a difference, and every little voice counts and helps, and you could totally make a difference.
My name's Andy, and I am part of United Students Against Sweatshops. And one of the reasons why I joined was because I wasn't very aware of where our clothing was coming from. And once I found out, I was really interested in people not having to work in these conditions. So that's one of the things I want to fight for, and I don't want to support that our school is part of the FLA, which is not very trustworthy.
The Fair Labor Association, or the FLA, is supportive of Barnes & Noble, who owns and operates the San Jose State bookstore.
Okay, so the FLA it's another organization that's meant to monitor factory workers. The only thing is that it's actually made up of members from the boards of corporations, such as Nike. So even though their mission is accountability and transparency within the operations of corporations, they still have corporate affiliates that we feel influences their judgment.
In response to the bias monitoring system that the FLA provides, USAS established the Workers' Rights Consortium, also known as the WRC, to monitor factories where university apparel is made.
Yeah, so the WRC, it stands for the Workers' Rights Consortium. It's basically a grassroots organization that goes into factories where apparel is being made and ensures that the people working within these factories are being treated fairly and have humane conditions.
In a recent response to allegations that the FLA is maintaining the same standards as the WRC, President Mohammed, San Jose State president, released this statement to USAS. It reads, all of the brands sold in Barnes & Noble college bookstores currently meet the labor standards set by the WRC. According to USAS, this information is false.
Barnes & Noble is affiliated with the FLA, and that they adhere to the same standards as the WRC, which isn't true. One of our group members took the initiative to actually email one of the people in the WRC directly, and the response was that the FLA does not adhere to the same standards.
The students feel like their voice does not matter. This is why USAS continues to carry on the fight as a voice for the voiceless.
I joined this organization. I had never even considered the possibility that San Jose State apparel was made in sweatshops. So that in and of itself has definitely been like a growing and learning experience for me. I've also learned a lot about social action and organizing campaigns while being a student on campus, which is really cool because I've never experienced things like that before. And yeah, it's been great to be an active part of like my school community and being passionate about a cause that my involvement in could actually potentially make a difference. Has been really like just such an awesome experience. And yeah, it's been great.
As a student, you can make the difference. Your voice counts.
Your voice counts.
Your voice counts.